Alright guys, so 3 things before we get into the video. First off, I got a haircut. Second off, I need better grip tape, or I gotta change my board actually, because as you can see, it's chipped up right now. And thirdly, it's 8:15 in the morning because I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do a frontside lip slide at this time. Forgive me if I'm squinting because the sun is in my eyes. Okay, let's learn how to lip slide. So before you start getting into learning the lip slide, I highly suggest you get your basic backside board slides down, and it will even help if you can do frontside 50-50s on like ledges or rails very, very well. This trick requires you to like ollie 180 over the rail like this, and then get into the board slide position like this. Another thing before you start getting into the lip slide, I suggest that you try to ollie over the rail in a diagonal angle like this. Like just ollie across it, like that. That way you can have an easier time of getting your back truck over the rail as you do the lip slide. Now that I got that out of the way, I will show you how to do the lip slide step by step. So when you're doing the frontside lip slide, you're going to be going at a slight angle. So like right about here. Like this is how I'm approaching the rail. Here, I'm going to ollie like so at a diagonal angle, and then before I even pop my ollie, of course I have to rotate my shoulders just a little bit because I'm going to be doing a 180 into a board slide position. So I come at it at a slight angle like this. I ollie, I slightly turn my shoulders before I even pop the ollie, and then I get into the board slide position like this. Now as you're ollieing 180 in the air, you gotta keep your shoulders straight. Very important to keep your shoulders straight and keep your body centered. As you're on there, keep your shoulders straight, and you're gonna be in the board slide position like so. Make sure you don't lean too far back, and make sure you don't lean too far forward so that you won't fly back or fly forwards as you're doing it. And then from here, you're going to come off. You know, you can either like just slide off like this or even turn out like this. And from there, you landed your frontside lip slide. I will now show you at a different angle. So I come at it like this. I aim for where I want to land, and I do the same thing. I do the ollie. I start to twist my shoulders and then get into the board slide position like so. And then I start to slide, keeping my weight centered, keeping my shoulders straight as I'm doing it. I glide, or slide actually, my mistake. I slide through the lip slide, keeping my weight centered, leading just forward enough just to keep the momentum going. And then I come off, and that's your lip slide. So what can happen when a lip slide goes wrong? Well, for one, is simply leaning too far back as you do the lip slide. You get into it and then you just slip out. So to revert that, just make sure your body weight is forward as you're getting into the lip slide so that you won't slip out. Another common mistake with a lip slide, which I have faced many times, is that you don't clear your back truck enough over the rail, and then you're just gonna end up landing in a Smith grind accidentally. Just remember to go at enough of an angle, not too slight, so that as you're trying to do the 180 into the lip slide, that your back truck is gonna catch on the rail. And another common mistake that can happen, it doesn't usually happen often, but I hear skaters say this, is that they'll do the lip slide and then they snap their board. Now, you might be asking yourself, why would that even happen? Now, the reason why that can happen for some skaters is because they focus so much on going into the lip slide position or the board slide position afterwards. They try to like focus on their landing on the rail, and then they just end up snapping their board, which is what you don't want to do. So for the landing, you just have to treat it as you were getting into a board slide. This is why I suggest to get your board slides down packed and well, especially if you're getting into them when ollieing onto the rail. It will help you, you know, get used to like getting into it and slide in it much better. I believe I've clarified everything I need to tell you guys about lip slides for you beginners out there. I also forgot to mention that when you're first trying to do lip slides, do it on a rail, something like this, that's like, you know, small and mellow. Maybe you can find an even shorter one at your local park if you have one. And make sure you have plenty of space to do this. And I would also suggest that you go at a more sharper angle when you're starting out. I would start out like this when you're approaching it, because it will start to like help you to turn the 180 over. It's just practicing just trying to 180 into the rail. And I think that's all. I believe this is not the most detailed trick tip that I've ever done, but I got a comment from you guys requesting it, and I figured, hey, why not? So that concludes the lip slide tutorial. If you guys have any other tips that can help you guys learn lip slides, you know, put it down in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Until then, see you in the next video. Goodbye.